Well, by the end of this video, you would have 3 important points that would help you to propel yourself towards your goal in quite a faster pace. Anyway, for those of you who are new to my channel, I'm Sarangajit Bora. I help people with their public speaking and communication skills. So we are almost nearing the end of the very first month of this year, and I'm quite certain that you are all equipped with your resolutions written down on your journal or your personal diary or whatsoever. And having said that, I realize the moment you write down your resolutions, you are all pumped up with energy and determination to achieve your goal by the end of the year. However, I'm pretty sure that by the time it's the middle of the year, your half of the energy would be gone, you'd be quite exhausted, and by the time you'd be nearing the end of this year, you would have all given up on your dreams or your goals that you have once written as a resolution. And in order to not lose upon your energy by the time it's the middle of the year, I have come up with these 3 important points for you. And I believe this would go handy to help you to achieve your goals by the end of this year. So the very first thing that I would want you to realize is to where you stand in contrast to your resolution right now at this point in time. Because if you compare it to a journey that you take on to reach a destination, it's very important that you acknowledge where you stand at the beginning of the journey. Now, when you know that you are at a particular place standing and ready to take on a journey to reach a particular goal, then it becomes easy for you to plan out the entire way to reach your goal. Just think of a goal that one could have as a resolution for this year. Suppose, someone who wants to become a very good speaker by the end of this year. I just say that the person should self-introspect first to know where he stands right now. Thereon, it would be easy for him to plan out the way to reach his goal in quite a faster pace. Now, to help you with the second important point, I'd want you to realize that oftentimes whenever we write down our resolutions or goal somewhere or the other, to keep reminding ourselves that this is the goal that we need to achieve by this and that time, we only focus on the goal alone. And maybe in the middle of the way, we just find ourselves very exhausted and kind of lose our entire interest to continue with the journey to reach our goal. And I believe that just only happens because we focus more on the result or at the things that we would acquire when we reach that goal. Okay, let's bring this example again of this man who wants to become a very good speaker. So what happens when this person set this particular goal? He starts focusing more on the things that he would achieve by the time he would acquire the goal. And then he starts his journey and try n number of things to achieve that particular goal. And by the time it's the middle of the year or middle of the journey, he is all exhausted, and the pattern follows. So in scenarios like this, what I want you to understand that don't just focus on the goal that you have set. Rather, think of a person who has already acquired that goal and the qualities that person has imbibed within himself. Just think of those qualities. So again, this person who wants to be very good at speaking, what could be the possible qualities he would imbibe within himself once he achieves that goal? He would definitely have a good flow of speech. He'd be very fluent. He'd be confident. He would have a good body language. And this list goes on and on and on. Now, along with the goal, when you focus on one of these qualities that this person would imbibe once he reached the goal, it becomes easy for you to plan up your way to imbibe those qualities within yourself. So in simple words, when we'll know the qualities that we'd imbibe throughout the journey once we reach the goal, it would be easy for us to plan up our way to reach the goal. And this would eventually propel our journey to a greater extent. And thirdly, this is the most important point that I really want you to take on. There is this very famous saying by Bruce Lee. He once said, "I don't fear the man who knows thousands of kicks, but I fear the one who has practiced one kick thousands of times." So what it actually implies is that the quality of being consistent is one of the greatest virtues that one can have. And once you start being consistent, whatever you do in regular basis, it shows up as a habit at some point. And once you form those things as a habit, you are almost there. And along with that, self-introspection is one such important key that you can add along with these 3 points that will help you to track your progress, because tracking your progress is equally important alongside propelling yourself throughout the journey. And when you track your progress, it helps you to stay motivated. That would take you an extra mile. So to quickly summarize these 3 points, the very first point, that you must acknowledge your resolution in contrast to where you're standing right now. And secondly, don't just focus on your goals. Think of the qualities alongside the goals that you'd have once you reach that goal, and start working with the intention to imbibe those qualities within yourself. And thirdly, just be consistent. Show up every day, because it's not just your actions, but you have to change those actions, basically transform those actions into habits that will take you near to your goal. Being consistent is only the option to transform those actions into habits. So you have watched this video until here, then you may consider subscribing to my channel, and I would see you in my next video. Until then, take care and keep hustling.